A major weather outbreak is impacting the mid-south and southeastern parts of the country with the threat of numerous tornadoes. For more on where the storm is headed, let's bring in CBS News meteorologist and climate specialist Jeff Berardelli. Hi there, Jeff. So just how serious is this? What is the forecast?
Yeah, this is going to be about as bad as it gets on, let's say, a yearly basis or so. Storm system in the southwest, you can see it right there. It's going to be colliding with all that moisture and all that warmth coming out of the Gulf of Mexico. And when they collide, we're going to see a big severe weather outbreak, really strong jet stream twisting and turning in the atmosphere. That red bullseye is a 4 out of 5 on the scale of severe weather. And look at that severe line of thunderstorms moving across the deep south during the day tomorrow. So, the worst is going to be overnight tonight in Texas and Oklahoma as the system kind of slides to the east right there. And then it looks like the worst is going to transition into the mid-south, the deep south, the Mississippi Valley area during the day tomorrow and tomorrow night. And potentially the most dangerous time is going to be tomorrow evening. Once the sun sets, it gets dark and you can't see the tornadoes coming at you. Again, the real bullseye areas, places like Memphis, Tennessee, Tupelo, Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Selma, Birmingham. That is the real bullseye is going to be at Little Rock, Arkansas as well.
Well, Jeff, tornadoes are more dangerous when they hit the mid-south and southeastern parts of the country. Why is that?
There are a lot of reasons. First of all, they're more likely to happen at night in that part of the world. And the reason is, in the plain states, it's very dry. So you really need the heating of the day. So it needs to happen 5, 6, 7 o'clock at night, as the sun begins to set, but it's still warm. In the Gulf of Mexico area, there's so much moisture and energy available, it can happen all night. And so you can't see the tornadoes coming at you. And that's something we're going to be dealing with tomorrow night. Not only could there be a lot of tornadoes tomorrow and tomorrow night, but there could be some really strong ones as well. In addition, the structures aren't built in the southeast as sturdy as they are in the plain states. In the plain states, they're built for tornadoes. But, tornadoes, the density of those tornadoes shifting a little bit to the east, and there are a lot more people in harm's way. There's a higher population density. There's just numerous factors. It's just more vulnerability in the southeast. And at night, it's really hard to see these tornadoes.
Right. Well, over the past few decades, tornado outbreaks have been changing. Can you explain, Jeff?
Yeah, so there's a couple of things happening. First of all, because we have more warmth, more moisture in the atmosphere, because we have a warmer atmosphere now because of climate change, there's more energy available. Because there's more energy available, we have a greater potential for larger severe weather outbreaks. So research shows that we're getting more extreme severe weather outbreaks. And it's these outbreaks of tornadoes that cause about 80% of the deaths. Not individual tornadoes necessarily, but outbreaks of tornadoes, and those are getting worse. And also, a bigger factor for the southeast is we're seeing a very significant trend in an increase of tornadoes in places like the mid-south, the southeast, the deep south, that area, and a decrease over the plain states. So because we're destabilizing the atmosphere more so near the Gulf of Mexico with more moisture and warmth because of climate change, and also because the desert areas of the southwest out here are expanding, the dry air is expanding to the east, it's pushing the whole zone further to the east. So it's drying out the plains, moistening up the mid-south, and so there's more tornadoes and bigger tornadoes that are happening in the mid-south. Now, we don't know for certain that this is all due to climate change, but it is consistent with what we would expect of climate change.
All right, something I know you're continuing to watch. Jeff Berardelli. Jeff, thank you.
You're welcome.